right, 8:37 in the studio. Good morning once again, and welcome back to the morning show. In studio with us this morning, we have a packed house this morning. We have, well, you know what? I'm going to let Officer Bell do the introduction. This is their program this morning. Good morning to you, Officer Bell. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Jackie. I'm fine.
All right, great.
Good morning, Radio Land.
And good morning to everyone in the studio.
Yes, good morning. All right. My name is Constable Bell from the Traffic Department. With us today, we have representatives from the TDC Automotive Division and the Insurance Division who are going to come and speak to us about vehicle safety and the Toyota Takata airbags recall project. Mm-hmm. Also with Adin about the road safety, and we'll take the calls after.
Okay? All right, great. Now,
just before we start, I just wanted to indicate what is road safety. Vehicle road safety involves taking precautions and following the guidelines to reduce the risk of accidents and ensure the well-being of drivers. This includes factors like maintaining vehicle safety, adherence to traffic laws, and practicing safe driving habits. Okay, so I will let the representatives introduce themselves, and then we'll continue the show.
All right. I'll let the representative from Nevis, who is on the line with us, start off. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, can you introduce yourself to our listeners, please?
My name is Oyaka Nisbet. I'm the branch manager for CDCIC Nevis.
Thank you, and thank you for taking out the time this morning to be with us. I'm going to let your colleague, you're welcome. I'm going to let your colleague introduce themselves.
I'm Duran Merchant, Vehicle Sales and Service Manager at TDC Automotive, particularly in St. Kitts.
Hi, good morning. I'm Zariel Blanchett. I'm the marketing rep for TDC.
All right, great. Mr. Bell, you can continue.
Yes. We're going to start with the representative from the Automotive Division, so he could come and talk to us about the airbags recall project.
Okay.
So.
All right, good morning, everyone. Just to shed some light on what's going on. The Takata airbag recall is a recall geared towards the inflators that we have that are somewhat defective. Defective in the sense that they're... Okay, so that you understand, an airbag has a controlled explosive on behind the bag. That's in a metal casing. That casing over time has broken down, and now when the inflator is set to deploy, aka explode, instead of it being a life-saving mechanism, the metal around the inflator, the casing, is breaking apart as it deploys. And what happens is the metal fragments are coming through the bag, and it's causing injury, or it can cause injury. So our aim is presently, because we've been running this program for quite a few years, somewhere around 6-7 years now, trying to get everybody, and it's 300 affected vehicles that we are fully aware of, but of course it could be more than that because we have the grey market imports, people who order cars and so on. That's impacting the numbers as well.
So you're not discriminating?
No discrimination at all. Wherever you got your car, however you got your car, if your car is affected, bring it in and we will repair it for free. So it's geared towards replacing those defective inflators with brand new ones and trying our best to make sure that all affected users are accounted for and repaired.
Is there a particular year you're looking at?
Yeah, it's actually about 6 affected models, you could say, but 5 different ones. So you have the Toyota Yaris and Belter from 2006 to 2012. You have the Toyota Corolla 2003 to 6, that's one car. And then from 6 to 12, that's another unit, but both Corollas. You have the Toyota RAV4 from 2003 to 2006, and you have the Toyota 4Runner from 2013 to 2016. So all those models, as long as you conform to any of those, you could send us your chassis number, you could send us your VIN number, any format of social media, call TDC Automotive, either one, St. Kitts or Nevis, give us your chassis number and we'll verify it for you. Once you're affected, we'll have you come in and the replacement is totally free. For most of the vehicles, it only takes around an hour, and we're willing to accommodate you in almost any way possible to make sure that the recall is done.
A life-saving initiative, if I can call it that way.
Definitely, absolutely.
Yeah. I applaud that initiative. Keeping the nation safe. TDC doing their part, man.
Yeah, we're trying our best.
Yeah. Mr. Bell?
Yes, so we just want to encourage persons to, they say when your things are free, you take two. So
20.
it as the rep explained, even if you did not buy the vehicle from TDC, if you imported it or you bought it from someone who is here, once it's a Toyota model that is affected, you bring in the vehicle and you get it fixed. I see you listening carefully, because I know you have a Toyota.
yes. I was checking to see if I'm in that range, right?
Of course.
And airbags are crucial safety devices in vehicles to reduce severity of injuries during a crash by providing a cushioning effect and preventing occupants from colliding with the vehicle interior. So we want to encourage persons to get the airbags fixed. Persons who buy vehicles, I want to also encourage them to ensure that if the vehicle had crashed before, that those airbags were replaced. Because a lot of persons, they buy vehicles that were crashed and they didn't check for any airbags or anything, and then later down the line they might get in an accident and no airbags deployed,
Right.
and they had, when they could have saved either from a fatal injury or a serious injury, there was nothing at all to prevent it. So we just want to encourage persons to exercise all safety measures that you could, especially when you're on the road.
All right, we have the representative from TDC Nevis Insurance on the line with us. What role would you like her to play this morning?
Well, each representative have their own information to share.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
they would speak, and I would just speak from the police standpoint.
All right. So let's head over to Nevis now. Good morning once again. Let's hear from you. How you doing? Again this morning. Sorry.
I'm good this morning.
All right. Great. What do you have for us to share with our listening audience?
Just to touch base on his initiative of safe driving, from an insurance perspective, we think that safe driving covers a broad aspect. It affects you as a driver, especially when you have a policy, you're making claims, you're speeding and getting into accidents. It gets a little tricky when your premiums go up. People tend to think that insurance goes up based on the fact that we just want to increase based on your safe driving. If you have no claims under your policy for a number of years, you enjoy a bonus, a no claim bonus, meaning then that you get a discount for safe driving. But once you claim on your policy, that discount is now taken away because you actually have claimed on your policy, so you no longer enjoy that benefit.
All right, got
That's
you.
one of the things that persons need to look at when you're safe driving. As well as wanted to touch base on your drivers. I might have a policy and I might be the only driver on that policy. And I give you my vehicle to make a run to the supermarket and you get in an accident and you're not covered. A lot of times they tend to think that the insurance is the one that is responsible for that. But you as the person who is insuring the car should always ensure that you have persons listed who you know you'll be giving your vehicle to. We also have open cover, meaning any authorized that you can put on that policy. Any person over the age of 25, you can add to that policy, and they're covered. So a lot of times persons give people their vehicles and they don't have any coverage, get in an accident, and then they're on the hook for damages or liability to other persons because they are not covered under the policy. So sometimes it's good to ask a question when you're insuring your policy, your vehicle, ensure that you have the right and adequate coverage on your policy that you need that would benefit you as a person.
What are some of the common trends you're seeing as it relates to, the increase in accidents? What are some of the common trends in terms of claims you are seeing right now?
In terms of claims, I would say young drivers and speeding.
Any advice to that particular crowd, if I can put it that way?
Basically, I would say I think most of them look at it like speed is a need, and speed is definitely not a need. When you're learning to drive, if you notice that most of the instructors around, they're slow and easy going and they take their time. Yes, a little speed sometimes is okay, but you have to be able and capable to handle the vehicle. Sometimes people jump into vehicles and they don't know what the vehicle is capable of. They don't know how fast the vehicle can go. And so they test it and they try to test it. And here goes a vehicle flipping over or a vehicle, you lose control of that vehicle. Sometimes just know your vehicle, tend to handle your vehicle a little better. And then speed also, you speeding and going nowhere sometimes because the basic traffic on the roads nowadays, especially during rush hour or sometimes in the morning, you have a lot of traffic. I would suggest if you're rushing, you're late, you're already late. So it doesn't make sense to speed to make yourself any later to get in an accident because then you would definitely not be reaching where you're supposed to be on time.
What I'm taking away from you this morning, people not paying attention to their policies, and we have some young drivers overlooking the power of speed.
Yes.
As a rep for TDC, I would like I'd like to offer you the opportunity to encourage all listeners to, check out your packages before we say goodbye to you this morning. What are some of the packages you have?
We do offer all vehicle coverage on commercial as well as private vehicles for companies as well as persons interested in insuring their vehicles. We have Switch and Save, where if you're insured with someone else, another insurance company, and you choose to switch with CDC, you can get a discount for that. We also have Bundle and Save. That's another one. If you want to include your property, because we offer property insurance. We insure your house as well as we can insure businesses. So that's another one. The Bundle and Save, you get a discount for that. CDC is here to serve you. So come on over and talk to a rep and we'll get you settled.
Question: if someone haven't claimed for any accident over a period of time and they go to reinsure the vehicle, is it possible that the insurance can go up even though they never made a claim?
If they did not make any claims over a period of time, they normally have a no-claim discount bonus. However, if you haven't insured that vehicle, let's say the vehicle was laid up for at least 2 years or something, your discount is still there, so you should be getting your discount. The only thing that can factor in your insurance increasing is the fact that maybe you put on a young driver or you put on someone else that just got a driver's license. So there are different factors when the policy increases. It's not just the fact that TDC insurance wants to increase or insurance on a whole wants to increase your insurance. Sometimes you have reinsurances that increase based on the fact that you've had catastrophes throughout the entire Caribbean for maybe a number of years. So rates would go up.
And any advice to drivers who may have been involved in an accident and are trying to claim or report it to the insurance? Because normally persons will get into accidents and they don't go to the insurance to report it. Even if they're not claiming, a court case come out of it, later down the line they are convicted. And now there's nothing set in place to compensate the other person. So now they go back to the insurance, but the insurance never had any information about this incident. So you have any advice for the drivers?
One of the things that we advise all our policyholders, as well as every person that is insuring a vehicle or any kind of property, any kind of accident, any kind of damages must always be reported to your insurer. At least within 14 days, that's the minimum amount of days, as well as you're supposed to report all accidents to the police. Reason being, just as you said, a court case could come up, they could be convicted of something, and the insurance company was never aware that there was an accident or a claim in the first place. So once they would have notified us, even if they're at the fault, if someone hit them from behind, it's always good to claim, because what can also happen is the fact that the person might decide not to take responsibility. The insurance company can now work on your behalf and send a demand letter to that person and their insurer to let them know there's a claim pending based on our insured, and we're demanding a settlement on our insured's behalf. So it's not only about letting us know you had an accident and you were at fault, letting us know that you had an accident, any damages, even a windshield, your windshield got broken. Those are things that you must report to your insurer.
My final question to you: if someone claims from their insurance because the other party probably taking too long to fix their vehicle, when that insurance pay out from the other party, does that no claim discount go back to that client?
Yes. What happens is that with CDC Insurance, you have two options as well. We offer a no-claim discount protection where you pay a certain fee to protect that discount, and it's not touched in any accident. As well as you have your regular no-claim discount that is just the standard discount, and in the event of an accident and you claim on your policy, your discount will be reduced. However, in the event of a subrogation, this is what we just talked about. The subrogation is whereby you claim on your policy and we go back to the other party's insurance to claim. So once we would have recovered the funds from that party, that insurance, then we would apply that to your no-claim discount for you. So it's a matter of you getting it back, yes.
Okay, thank you.
60%, and it was taken down to 30%, it would be increased back to 30%, by 30% to the 60%.
Okay, thanks. GQ, just to add,
Well, before you continue, I'd like to thank the representative from News for taking out her time this morning and being with us. I know you're at work, so thank you once again. Any last words from you?
I didn't hear that. Did you repeat?
Any last words from you before you go?
Just want to say thank you for having us. It's always a pleasure being on the air to help educate and give some pointers to persons. They may not be insured with TDC. However, it's still a necessity that people are informed and know certain things, because they can ask their insurance company as well based on the information that we would have partaken in.
Indeed. Thank you so much for your time once again.
Thank you. You're welcome.
All right.
as the insurance rep stated, speeding is one of the main factors for the accidents. And from the beginning of the year in January as to today's present date, we have issued, from last year January to today's date, we have issued over about 1,497 speeding tickets. That's just speeding tickets. So we try to come on the ear, speak to people about reducing their speed. Sometimes we go the same spot over and over and over to issue tickets, and we catch the same people over and over and over. And then they say we're targeting them, but we're not going to look for them. They're coming to us. They're coming to us. And the areas that we go are so known. Sometimes we go there and we say, man, nobody gonna come down here today. People gonna tell them we're down there. And bam, we leave from there with 60 tickets. So we try to come on the radio and encourage persons to practice safe driving, but I don't know if it was the elder people say go to one ear, come out the other. I don't know if that's the case. But just to add to the insurance, I want drivers to be very particular when they're driving vehicles. When it comes to insurance, you can be arrested if you're not covered by insurance. Okay, you have different insurance policy. I know sometimes we go and we say, hey, GQ, lend me a car to go down the road, but I'm not inquiring about your insurance policy. I go down the road, I get in an accident, God forbid, I knock down somebody, cause serious injuries or maybe fatal injury. And now I'm trying to get you to claim from your insurance to assist me with paying out the person, and then nothing could come out of it because the insurance is going to tell you, well, we did not cover this driver. He's not over 25. He hadn't have his license over 2 years. So you have different terms and conditions. So let's not just get up and, oh, my friend have a vehicle, I could borrow your vehicle. We have to inquire about the insurance. And persons who have vehicles, if you know your insurance expired, not because the vehicle is licensed still, go and reinsure your vehicle. The insurance is very, 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 very important.
Indeed. Guys, we just have 3 minutes, not enough time to take any calls today, right? Unfortunately. I know people are calling in, but this is just one of those shows. But I'm going to start with TDC Automotive, and then we close off with a bang from the marketing side that cover all things TDC.
Great. All right, from my end, I just want to encourage everybody to recognize that the recall is about safety. Officer Bell gave a very inclusive definition about what road safety is, and if you look at the part where he spoke about maintenance and making sure a vehicle is able, more or less, that includes this recall. Now, it's no charge to you, even if you have a problem, like, for example, you call in, we find out you're affected. Let's say you can't move freely during the day, and we do understand that happens. Everybody's jobs has different needs. Call us. We'll arrange. We can come and pick it up depending on where the vehicle is. We can assist you with a drop back. You bring it early in the morning. We take you back to work. We pick you back up to bring out your vehicle, everything. So and even that service doesn't incur any charges either. So there is no real excuse. We are on social media. We are on different radio platforms. We're in the newspaper. We telling friends. We had flyers up. We have banners up. We've partnered with the police. The police has released stuff on it for us. We've covered as many avenues as possible because we don't want a situation where you just knew but you didn't take action. So we're assisting you with taking action, as well as you have a bunch of opportunities where you can take that action. So anywhere you see TDC Automotive, anywhere you see TDC on a whole, just mention the recall, submit your chassis number, somebody will definitely get back to you. We'll create an appointment and we'll see how quickly and easily we could assist you with getting the recall done. All right, so thanks everybody for listening to us, and try your best to, if you have a friend with a Yaris, a Belter, a RAV4, a Corolla, or a 4Runner, have them give us a call.
I'm out of that year.
All right, so I'll just close off reminding persons, protect your ride, protect yourself. Understand your insurance coverage. Understand your policy. Call us. We're always here to help. Regularly service your vehicle. Take it in. Do not wait until something bad happens to come in and check your vehicle. You could follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We're even on YouTube. Reach out to us if you have a question. You could follow TDC Insurance, and you could follow TDC Automotive on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're TDC Group. So, yeah, reach out. We're always here to help.
Thank you. Thank you for using our platform to get the word out as well. Mr. Bell, your last words?
Just to repeat myself, drive safe, adhere to the traffic laws, take the free package from TDC, get your vehicles checked out. I know we have a lot of those vehicles on the road, aftermarket, from TDC and imported. TDC would only have records from what they would have had being imported, so that is the stat is still off. So if persons are hearing, don't wait until you get in an accident and then the airbags deployed and those particles get in your face or injure you for you to say, I should have.
I see you're concerned about me.
Yes.
Thank you for your concern, Mr. Bell. And thanks for being here, guys, everyone. Stay tuned. We have an alcohol report up next.
Main cause of plenty mishaps. The road is now a racetrack, threatening life and property, and all the results